Yo, let's go! We're live, baby! Let's see. I can't see anyone. Is anyone in the chat? Oh, my wife's in the chat. Let's go! W's in the chat for my wife. Babe, say something in the chat. Only I can see it. Not something only I want to see, but just something in the chat so I know you're listening. So I know that this audio thing's working. Nice! You're doing great, she says. Yeah, the chat. Just so everyone knows, everyone on YouTube is probably going to watch. No one's really going to watch this. I don't expect anyone to watch this series. But if anyone does, for some whatever reason, my chat isn't working. I could not get it to work. I tried forever on Streamlabs. It actually is in this corner right here. This, you guys can't see this. That general area. My chat is actually set up there, but it does not work. So, sorry if you say something in the chat. Only I can see it. But, anyways, right now I think it's just my wife in the chat. Probably how it's going to be for the entire stream, just me and my wife. She's just going to listen to me ramble. But that's cool. That's cool. So, anyways, about the stream, what we're doing today. This is my first stream. And I kind of just introduced why I'm streaming, what this channel is for, kind of introduce my programming / coding background, give some brief advice for people trying to get into the field, and then we're going to play a little fun game with a little quiz. We'll see how it goes. I kind of just invented the game on the spot, so it's not going to be anything too exciting. But that's the goal. So, this channel, Low Code Learning is the name of the channel. And I chose that name because I am about to start school for computer science, which we'll dive more into that in a sec. And I have found that sometimes concepts that are being taught in computer science are taught with code, which, as many people know, code is not naturally easy to read. It's in semi-English, but not necessarily. And the concepts are taught with code in a way that actually I think can make the concepts confusing, even if you know code. I think, because just the way code is only the person that's currently writing the code understands the code completely. And even that person that writes that code will go back later, and we all know that. We all go back and we don't understand the code. It's confusing. And so my goal for this channel is to be able to teach concepts in computer science without having to necessarily use code or use very low amount of code, hence the name Low Code Learning. Now, of course, like when it comes to actual coding, I think there's plenty of other channels that can teach you all the ins and outs of actual coding. But there's concepts like algorithms, big O notation, data structures, things like that, where you don't necessarily, and I'll show code snippets here and there. I'm not saying no code, but I'm saying there's concepts that can be learned without looking at a screen of a bunch of syntax that doesn't really mean much to you or me, honestly. And so I want to build a channel, an educational channel for that. And to be honest, this channel is like 95% for me, because like I said, I'm starting school in September, and I've tried studying on my own, and I'll read, I'll watch videos, I'll do all this stuff, and it just won't internalize. It just comes in one ear out the other, no matter how many times I read it. And I was starting to get some stuff, but I thought, I had this idea. If I had to teach it, I would learn it a lot better. But I wasn't just going to teach, I wasn't just going to talk to my wall, and I decided, you know what? Let's pretend like I'm a streamer. So that's my goal, is just to pretend like I'm streaming, teach these concepts. Maybe people will join, maybe people won't. Doesn't really matter to me. I just want to be able to learn these concepts for myself, so once I start school, I'll have a much easier time. I'll understand the concepts, so I don't have to put as much time studying while I'm in school, while I have this time. So, which kind of brings me to kind of my background and babe, wife. how's my audio? Let me know how my audio is. I was going to check that earlier, but I forgot. So she'll probably tell me I'm murmuring too much. I murmur a lot. I'm trying to speak clearer. That's the goal, but audio is 10 out of 10, she says. Let's go. Video, probably not as good. I have a crappy Walmart camera, but that's okay. The video doesn't matter as much. Just me rambling. You don't need to see my ugly face anyways. So just honestly, do yourself a favor. Don't even watch the video. At least not today. Well, when we get to the game, you might want to watch. But right now, just listen. So, my background. When I was 21, I'm 25 now. So, 4-ish years ago, 3-ish years ago, somewhere around there. Somewhere around 20, when I was 21, 22, that's when I first kind of got into coding. I started doing video game stuff as everyone in this field does. Okay, I should say everyone. There's a lot of people that go, oh, I want to make video games. And I'm not saying that's bad. Obviously, if you're good at making videos, I think there's a lot of people that get into video games, find out video games are really hard. Oh, my wife said the video is good so far, too. So, let's go. 2 10 out of 10s. But I think video games is funny because there's a lot of people that say, I want to make video games, and they realize it's a lot harder than it looks, or at least it's not. And then they end up kind of transferring, or maybe they go to school, or they go up. I think for me, I actually want to make money. I didn't want to be broke for the rest of my life, which I'm not saying you can't make money making video games. Obviously, people make good money, and they're passionate about it. But it is, you cannot deny, it's a little bit less stable than some of the other fields of computer science or what software development. You know, if it's your passion, I say go for it, dude. You go and program those games, make some dope games. I was really bad at it, and that's why I quit because, well, first off, I started using Unity. I was using C#, which is, as many of you know, is not the best beginner language, at least as far as like, it's not the best for getting, it's not the easiest to learn. It might be, some people would argue it's C languages are the best to learn because they teach you concepts that are really good, which I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to say, give my experience. So then I followed this tutorial on how to make your player move, and being C#, I didn't put in semicolons in the right places, or there was a bunch of just silly syntax errors, and being new at coding, not knowing how important it is to exactly copy what is on the thing. It was just full of errors. I had no idea what I was doing wrong. Had my brother-in-law help me. He fixed it. I got my player moving, but I wasn't really learning. I was in the beginning stage of what people call tutorial hell. I was just copying with no idea what I was doing. I was just copying what I saw on the screen, and it was really hard, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. I mean, it was fun. It was fun to feel like I was creating a video game, but I also didn't even have a concept for a video game. So like, it wasn't like I was working on a project. I was just copying stupid stuff online. And then I just got busy, got out of it. I started working, and I decided that maybe I would go. Along the way, I decided I had started college, but at the time it just didn't feel right for me, and so I got to the exact day you had to pay tuition. The last day, dropped out. I was only taking 2 classes because I wasn't sure. I was debating between taking a boot camp in college, and at that point I was okay. I'm for sure taking a boot camp. I was working at a place, and this place will come back up. It's called Pupford, and their developer there, their senior developer there, he had done a boot camp and he was working there, and he advises me. He gave me some advice. So I said, I'm doing a boot camp, okay? And I had to save up for it. So I was working full time, just on the grind. But I was working at places that paid not minimum wage, but a little bit above minimum wage. I wasn't making very good money. Also, being young and dumb, didn't have great spending habits. A lot of fast food. Still buy a lot of fast food. I've gained a lot of weight since then. But anyways, moving on from that. Well, lucky enough, I was very lucky to meet my beautiful wife. She's amazing. Me and her started dating, and we got serious. We got married. And after we got married, we were at a. It was nice because she has a really good job. Oh, she said I'm so hot. She likes my dad bod. So we'll talk about my dad bod in a minute. Well, not my dad bod, but anyways, we'll get to that. I'm getting a little bit distracted. But anyways, she has a really good job, and we were able to save up a bunch of money together, and then I was able to quit my job and start the boot camp full time. It's called Bloom Tech. It's a online boot camp. It used to be called Lambda. So you guys have heard of Lambda. They were I don't know what they rebranded. I don't know what changes were made between Lambda and Bloom Tech. But it was a fairly good course. It was a pretty it's your own pace, but it takes people about 6 months to do. But I was doing it full time, so I was able to get through a little bit faster. And after that, it taught me basically the basis of I learned JavaScript there, of course, HTML, CSS, React, all that web development stuff. And so once I knew React, I got done with that, and I was looking for a job, for about a month. Well, so it was interesting because right when I got done, the company I'd worked at, I just mentioned earlier, Pupford, the boss actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're looking for another developer, and we saw you just got, we would love to interview you." And I was like, awesome. Fell right in my lap, because you hear about trying to get your first job is so hard in tech, and, Well, then the job came, they gave me a take-home thing, and I thought I did really good at it. I didn't really style it too much, and I think if I would go back, I would have changed that. I did all the kind of, I'm getting a little bit blurry right here. I don't know if that's my camera, but that make it worse. Anyways, I would have styled it more. Yeah, that definitely made it worse. Well, sorry guys. You have a blurry camera. Hey, let me know, is it blurry now? Whatever. Who cares? She'll let me know in a minute. So, anyways, I got this job at Pupford. I jumped ahead of myself there for a minute. I had an interview there, and when I had left that place the first time, I had told them I was gonna start the boot camp, but I actually ended up not doing it, and I got another job for a while, and then started the boot camp. And so I think they thought that other job I had between Pupford and the boot camp was a development job. It wasn't. It was just a run-of-the-mill normal college job. And so when I'm in the interview, after the take-home, I did good. The developer said I did good on the take-home. He said it was exactly what he wanted. But when I'm in the interview, I'm talking to the CEO, the head boss, and the developer. And I think they kind of realized, I don't have as much experience as they had thought. And so they got in, they said, well, we'll talk about it and we'll let you know what our decision is. And they kind of ghosted me for a while, mostly because I think they got busy. I know they did get busy because they had some stuff they were working on. But I also think they were worried that I was a risky hire. I had no experience. Once I just got done with the boot camp, I had no actual projects to show. And my only saving grace was that they gave me that take home and I did good at it. But as you know, I could have got my uncle that's good at programming to do it for me or whatever. Well, anyways, I keep going. I had one other job interview, but it didn't lead anywhere. And a little while later, I finally hear back from that company, and they reach out and they're like, "Hey, sorry, things got busy, but I don't think we're at a place right now to hire anyone full time. We're sorry about that." And I was kind of sad about that, and I said, let's just do one Hail Mary. And I was like, what if you just hire me part-time for a few months, see how it goes. If you need to cut me, no hard feelings, just cut me. And they talked, and they liked that idea. I think at the time I thought it was just because they didn't have the funds. I think looking back, it was because they didn't want to risk hiring me and then having to fire me if I couldn't uphold my job. And so this was it. This was the golden opportunity. I had my first developer job. They had a website and an app that I worked on. So I was learning React Native too, which was nice, which is basically React, but it's nice to know some app development. And I was learning a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff from them. We used Google Firebase as the back end. So I wasn't really a back end developer. I technically was a full stack at the end of my boot camp, but not really. I didn't know anything about back end. I still don't really know that much about back end, if I'm being honest. But that's what I'm working on. That's what these streams are for. But after that, after that, I worked there for part-time for a few months. I think I proved myself. They saw I could do what they needed me to do, and they hired me full-time. And that was like, I was on top of the world. My wife was working a good job. I was working a good job. And we felt good. And that's when I really I felt like my peak, I don't know if pride is the right word, but of being like, oh, I don't need college. See, anyone can make it in the industry if you just work hard enough. And I think I was a little naive at the time. Because after that, I about a year later, about a year working there, the other senior developer, so it was just me and him on a team, he got a new job offer at a new place, and which put the company in a difficult position because he had been with them since day one. The company's like 5 or 6 years old, and he'd been with them since like day one, and he had run their entire everything. So he knew all the ins and outs. And me being only having a year of experience, I just obviously wasn't prepared to be able to take on a senior developer role like that, And so they had to make a decision. They decided to go with an agency to run their website, and then that other senior developer would work there just a couple hours a week to work on some of the stuff they had, and that was what they went with. And because of that, I got the chopping block. So, I hope it wasn't because of anything I did. I hope that this wasn't just some elaborate scheme to get me out of the company because they were too nice to tell me I was bad. So, I certainly was bad because I was new. Everyone's bad when they're new. But I like to think I wasn't a hindrance on the company or per se. So anyways, that was actually just this last January when that happened. And so now we go, okay, well now we need to get back to the job market. So I'm applying for jobs like crazy. I'm doing everything. I'm watching videos about what you need to put on a resume. I'm talking to people I know who are in the industry. They're looking at my resume. They're helping me. I'm even using, if anyone knows what JobScan is. JobScan is like a AI tool where you can paste the job description in along with your resume, and it will tell you what you're missing, and then you can kind of add things in to make it so. And supposedly that's supposed to get past the AI that companies have that are filtering out. I don't know if it's true or not. I heard people got jobs using it. I didn't get any jobs using it. I don't think a single, because I only used a free trial. I didn't want to pay for it, so I had it free for a month, and I applied to tons of jobs during that time. And I am seeing on LinkedIn and stuff, people I think are having similar experiences to me, just applying like crazy, not getting anywhere. I almost got scammed. I'll tell that story real quick. So I'm applying for jobs, and I get this email that's saying like, oh, we found your job resume on this or this. And I was putting my resume on a bunch of websites that supposedly find people for you. So it seemed legit. And their company had a real, I don't know if these guys weren't actually part of this company or just what, but they had a real company email that was a real company on LinkedIn. I did a little bit, this was a good scam, guys. Okay, in reality, I'm probably just an idiot. But this was a good scam. And they had it was weird because it was an email interview. So they just gave me a bunch of questions over email. And they all were like legit questions. The only one that seemed sketchy is they asked what bank I use. But before you guys are like, dude, this guy gave away his banking info. They only asked what bank I use, but not like any of the info yet. They just asked what bank I use. And so I was like, it's like, I don't think they can. And I looked into it, and they can't do anything with just knowing what bank you use, right? They need all your account info. So I go through, and this was the worst part. Is I went super hard on this interview email. I spent like a whole day answering these questions, making sure that all the grammar right. Like I was taking it very serious. And I get done, and I send it over, and then they're like super quickly they get back and they're like, oh yeah, you passed, like you're gonna be hired. And that one was, I was like, I don't know, that seemed too easy. I thought like this email thing would be just like a way to filter out people quickly, and then there'd be more interviews. And then they started asking questions that could have been like security questions or something. And I think at one point they wanted my bank info so that they could set up direct deposit. And that's when I was like, I think I just was like, well, I said something like, well, can I talk to somebody like in person? Is there a number I can call or something? I just want to talk to someone in person. I've heard about scams and stuff. And dead silence after that. No. And so it was just a scam. And it was just, I wasn't worried because they stole any of my information. I was just worried because they freaking wasted 2 hours of my life. So anyways, that scam. But then I applied to an internship, even though I'd already had experience. It was kind of weird for me, internship. But I just wanted to get a job. Oh, I'm dropping frame rates. Oh no. Oh, we're back. Okay. I kind of just wanted to get something under my feet so that it wasn't like I had a huge gap in my resume as I couldn't find a job. And so So I applied to this internship thinking I have a year of experience. They should for sure give me an intern. It was a paid internship. It wasn't free. And well, actually at the time, I actually made a little progress with another company while I was doing this internship thing. And the internship, I got all the way through the process. And even in the internship interview, the owner of the business was kind of like, why are you applying for an internship? You kind of have experience. It seems like you are this. And I was just kind of like, oh, I'm just trying to get experience. I don't know. I was just kind of trying to bull crap it. I was just hoping that the internship would lead to a full-time job. And this wasn't like a prestigious, this wasn't like an Amazon internship or a Google. This was like a web agency, company that was not going to pay I was probably going to be, even if I got hired at that place, even after the internship, I'd probably be making less than when I was making my last job. And so the interview got done. Me and my wife didn't feel good about the internship. It was going to be I can't remember, it was 300 hours of work for $1,000 basically. It was going to be terrible pay, which was fine because she's working and we didn't need the money per se, but it just felt like it was risky because I just didn't know if at the end of 2 months I wasn't going to get hired there. And so and this other company kind of talked to me. I didn't know if it was going to go anywhere, but I had a video interview with this other company, and I was going to hear back from them soon. And I said, you know what? Let's pull a little bargaining chip. And so these guys told me I had the internship, and I said, hey guys, I appreciate the internship, but I have an offer from this other company. And you guys, I loved what you guys did at your company. I really do like the thing. I think I can learn a lot there. How do you guys feel about offering me? And this is the other thing. Sorry, I forgot this. They were trying to hire for another position though, a real full-time position already. And I technically didn't qualify for their requirements. It had to be 2 or 3 years of experience. I only had 1 year experience. And so I kind of was just I saw this full-time job. What do you guys think about maybe hiring me for this? And they were like, because I had done one website project they were really impressed with. It was basically like exactly what they'd be doing. I'd be exactly doing in this agency, and they were really impressed by that. So then they made a compromise and like, well, how about this? We'll hire you full time. We'll hire you part time for a free month and see how it goes. And so it was like back to square one, just like where I was at that last job. And that's a little frustrating after a year, getting like, wow, back to part time. But it was my best. It was the best offer I had, especially I think by the time they'd made that offer, the other company had already let me know they didn't want to move forward with my thing. Even though I kind of lied to the current company about them not giving me an offer. Don't tell anyone. I won't tell anyone if you won't. But so then after that, they offered me a job, and I took the job. And I worked there for a few months. And actually, while we were working there, we had this feeling like, hey, maybe my wife was talking to me. He's like, we kind of talked about it, and I think we thought a lot of my problem during the job application was the fact that I didn't have a degree. I think a lot of systems just kind of, a lot of jobs say degree required, and they kind of just kick you out if you don't have one. And so that was really disheartening. And, I think with the market getting crazier, we were talking about maybe I'll go back to school. And it was kind of hard because it was like, I don't want to spend 4 more years. I'm 25 at this point. I don't want to graduate. It's not the end of the world if I graduate at 29. But then we heard about a school called Western Governors, which has kind of a faster track to graduating because it's competency-based. And so, the Wi-Fi's glitching. Oh boy. Hopefully it's good now. Is it good now, babe? Hopefully it's good now. I don't know. I'm not hearing anything, but that's okay. It's good now. Okay. All right. So we were already thinking about getting that, and then lo and behold, this company, after being there for like 2 months, they called me in the office and they let me go. They said they were changing directions of their company because they wanted to hire a software. They want to hire more of a senior developer to actually build software. I was just doing completely, I was just doing front-end design, web design there. Not even design. I didn't design it. Sorry, front-end development. It was super easy. They just had this WordPress plugin called Bricks, and it's a website builder that's just so. I was just doing so. It was like, even like with just your experience, I was so under my skill level. So I know they didn't fire me because I wasn't being able to do my job. At the end of every week, there was another developer there. Me and him had nothing to do. We were just crushing it. And I think they really were trying to make a change, I guess. At least that's what I tell myself, make myself feel better that I got fired from 2 companies and they gave me the same spiel. But anyways, so then it was kind of a sign like, hey, time to go back to school. So then if you guys have never heard about Western Governors, so there's this YouTube channel called College Hacked, and they teach you how you can get through college way faster. And so I started doing college stuff in June. So June 20th, I officially started. And Western Governors is awesome because you can transfer credits from different websites, study.com and Sophia Learning. Oh, my wife wants to say I got laid off, not fired. She doesn't like when I say fired. I didn't get fired. I got laid off. Which there's a difference. So just so you know, I didn't get fired from that place. They didn't storm me out, tell me to get my stuff. They were just like, hey, sorry, we got to let you go. So anyways, back to the college. So I watched this YouTube channel, along with several YouTube channels, but this was the one that was most helpful. It's called College Hacked, and they teach you how you can use study.com and sophialearning.com to knock off college credits quickly and then finish your degree at Western Governors, which is an accredited college. When I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know if this is like some kind of snake oil or trick, but Western Governors is an accredited college. So, people recognize it as a real degree. They don't think it's fake or anything like that. And you can transfer up to 70, it's like around 75 credits. I think it's a little less than that. 75% of credits. 75% of credits from those places to Western Governors. And you can find all that stuff out, not through me, just through other things. And so in June, I started just working hard, and up till today, I've checked off 23 classes out of the 38. And so I have one more class to finish at Sophia Learning, and then that will be all the credits I can transfer. And that's why I'm starting Western Governors in September. And that's why I'm studying now, because Western Governors is competency-based. So the faster I can pass the class off, the faster I can graduate. And so I figured, hey, I got a little over a month to study. Let me just do this. Let me stream so that I can learn the material and stuff. So all the other stuff will be way less me heavy. I know I'm just rambling about myself. But I just kind of wanted to give that background, so now that I can give some advice to new people in the field, they can understand my background. I know you guys I'll probably make clips or something so it's easier for people to understand. But anyways, so with that said, I want to just give a brief advice now. I can't believe this. Guys, I can talk for hours. This is crazy. It feels like I've been talking for like 5 minutes, and it's already been half an hour. My poor wife, guys. This is funny because this is basically what my wife gets every day. But now she does it on stream. She can just watch me on stream while she's at work. Now she has to do it at work. Poor girl. So, love you, babe. You're the best. But, sorry, I can't kick my table like that. Makes everything go freak out. So the advice I would give. Here's the advice I would give. Okay. So in the beginning, I was very much on board of degrees are worthless. Do not get a degree. Degrees are worthless for computer science, I should say. Obviously, a lot of fields you need a degree in. Don't try to become a doctor from learning online. Bad idea. So computer science, I was like, it's a waste of time. You can learn everything else on your own and stuff. And I agree. I still agree with the sentiment that you can learn everything else on your own. But I will say it is much harder. It's not even harder necessarily to learn it. It's harder to know what you need to learn. I will say college and school is might not be the best at actually teaching the material, but it is very good at organizing the material and helping you understand what you need to know. I think I had one module about algorithms and data structures at my boot camp, and I flew through it and didn't learn a single thing. And I did not think it was important. I was one of those guys who were like, that stuff's just like stupid. And now studying, I understand how much more important it is, how to really become a developer and software developer, and how to be good. But I'm not saying the self-taught route is not the way to go. I am saying it is the way to go. But I think the problem is on YouTube and the advice sphere. They don't help you understand how much more risky it is, in the sense that there are plenty of companies, no matter how much experience you have, how good your projects are, they will not look at your resume unless you have a bachelor's degree. That is just a fact that you have to accept. And that's okay. If you are young, you're single, and you can live very, very cheap for a very long time, and you have a ton of free time, go ahead and do that route. Work extremely hard, find the companies, network, things like that. That will work out for you. And at one point, I was like that. I was single. I was living in my parents' house. I had, if I ran the risk of not bringing in money, The only risk was how much fast food I could eat that week. It's no big deal. But now I am married and I have a baby on the way, which is super exciting. I'm super stoked for that. That's why I was talking about my dad bod. I'm officially dad. That's what I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I'm showing off good. I got this for Father's Day. It says, what does it say? World's best dad. Couldn't have ever said best dad or best father. So I'm super stoked about that, but that does mean that I can't just grind until I get in the field. I need to get a job to help my family, support my family. And that's why I've now changed my opinion that if you want to, I don't think there's necessarily anything bad about going the safe route of going to college. And I actually think you can get a lot out of college if you take the classes. It's hard to take the classes serious because you have so many classes and you want to grind through it hard. Oh no, I understand that. I'm actually pretty much doing that right now. I'm trying to get through my college classes as fast as possible. But I'm also spending time on my own outside of my classes just studying. And that's what this is. I got this amazing book. I suggest everyone get this if they're in computer science. It's called Greking Algorithms. And it's a book that explains algorithms kind of similar to what I'm doing in the sense that it breaks it down and uses a lot of analogies and things like that to learn. So I'm reading that currently right now. You can see I haven't gotten far into it, so I guess I can't really say much. It's like a couple pages in. But yeah. So that'd be my advice. I do say if you're gonna go to college, don't go to a super expensive college. I think when people say your degree doesn't matter after your first job, I think they mean that it's less important. In the fact that if you go to a college that isn't as prestigious, can I link the book somewhere? Good question, babe. Look at my friggin' wife thinking way more. Yeah, I'll link it. I'll link it later. I don't have it right now, but I'll probably post this on YouTube. I'll link it in that thing. No one's on the stream right now. It just us. So there's no point even doing it in the chat. I guess if you want it, babe, but you can read it here if you want. I'll let you borrow it. Just kidding. But that was a great thought. Remind me of that later, babe. So, what was I saying about college? College is, I think, there are expensive colleges out there that are far more expensive and can put you in debt. And then you might get out and you might struggle to find a job, as many people are right now, and that can be crippling. If you can find a way, like Western Governors, example, I'm not saying everyone should go to Western Governors, but the reason Western Governors is working perfect for me because it's cheaper. You only pay per semester. So I'm going to try and get it all done in one semester, 6 months. Well, I think I had to take 14 classes with them. I'm going to try and all get it done in 6 months. We'll see. Hopefully. But if I get it done in 6 months, then I only have to pay for one semester. And it's competency-based. Once I have some experience in the field, I understand programming already a little bit. I don't need to learn as much as someone who's just starting college day one. But there's other options besides Western Governors. There's cheaper colleges. Maybe they aren't as prestigious, but you can go to those. You can get a bachelor's degree. You can work and get some experience and move up companies without it. And a lot of that advice is hard coming from me because I have little experience in the field. So take everything what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But just talking to people and talking from my own experience, that's what I would advise you to do. Really think about stuff. And I would say before you go to college, make sure you do and this is just general advice for anyone. Make sure try to do some stuff in your field that you like. A lot of people go to college, I think, and change their degree because they find out they don't like what they like, or worse is they graduate, get in the real field and don't like it. There's plenty of ways to get involved. I had a friend. He wanted to be a physical therapist, and he got a job at a physical therapy place, and after a few months he didn't like it, and so he was lucky enough to be able to he was already going to college, but he hadn't taken he'd only taken general classes, so he changed his degree, but it didn't affect him at all. So if you need to give yourself some time before you go to college or before you start a boot camp or self-taught or whatever, just give yourself some time. That's the advice I'd give. So yeah, I think there's a lot of. I think the market's also gotten harder. I think it's been harder to get in, especially the entry level. And maybe this is just more of my experience because I started in web development specifically, and I think web development is an easier bar of entry. I think it's an easier field to learn, so more people learn it. Every job application I looked at had 100 people at least on LinkedIn apply within minutes of being posted. So, but I do think the more you move up the ladder, the more years, once you become a mid-level to senior level, there's a lot less competition. I think you can get a lot more jobs, you have a lot more power. I think you just have to grind through those few years, which I'm doing right now. I'm with all you guys grinding through it. So yeah. Anyways, that's the channel. Just hoping to help some people learn some stuff. Well, I'm going to be covering, I'm going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday right now is the schedule I'm planning. So tomorrow we're going to do Big O notation, baby. I got a little surprise. I got a good way of teaching it. So Thursday we'll cover something else. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, and so hopefully I can help some people learn some stuff. Certainly, hopefully this will help me learn. So anyways, this is the game we're going to play, okay? We have a quiz here. Okay, let me pull it up. Computer science quiz, okay? I don't know. I just pulled this video up randomly. I have no idea how hard or easy or how good it is. It's only 12 questions. But I got two things here, okay? I got Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. It's the best. My wife hates Dr. Pepper, but so yeah. And then I got lime juice here, okay? Which is, I don't know if you guys ever. I wish I had lemon juice, but we didn't have any lemon juice, so I used lime juice. But I think it'll work just as well. So we're gonna play this quiz about computer science. And by the way, this is a quiz by Learning New Things. Okay, so go give them some love. Go watch this video. I guess you can't take the quiz, you're taking it with me, but go like the video. Go watch some of their other videos. I want to give them credit for this. I don't want to pretend like this is my quiz or anything. So every question I get right, I get to drink some Dr. Pepper. Lemon and lime. My wife thinks lemon and limes are the same thing. They're not the same thing. They're different, okay? One's green, one is yellow. Okay? She's going to be mad at me for saying that now, but so anyways, get one right, drink this. Get one wrong, drink this. Okay? We'll see. Hopefully I don't throw up on stream. That'd be embarrassing. First stream thrown up. So let's crack this open. And let's start, okay? Okay, I'll say I did watch part 1 because I was curious of it. So we have to do part 2 because I already took the part 1 quiz. I will say it was somewhat easy. There were some questions that were just like asking about people in computer science that I didn't know. So we'll see how this is. 12 questions. Let's go.
Press Ctrl and which key on the Windows keyboard to copy the selected items?
What? Control and which key to select home?
Insert.
C. No, shit. What did it even say? Press Control and which key on the Windows? Oh. I thought it was saying push Control and the Windows button. It would do. I was so confused. Frig, we're off to a bad start, dude. Oh no. Oh. Woo. Woo. Oh, that's good stuff. Woo. Oh, my eyes are going to be watering by the end of this. Okay. I'm also not going to drink Dr. Pepper until I get one right. I have to let the lime linger on my mouth. Oh, man, this is going to give me heartburn already. Okay.
Who created the C++ programming language?
Oh, no. I think it's B. James Gosling, but I have no idea, actually.
Bjorn Stroustrup.
Oh, shoot. Dude, this is going bad already. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, I got it in my beard. Oh man, I better get it. Let me get a napkin. Oh, oh my gosh. At the very least, this is entertaining for my wife. I hope you're having a good time, babe. Watch me do this. 2 questions in. We're 0 for 2 right now, so let's keep going.
Which is the correct full form of www?
World Wide Web. D. If I get this wrong, you'll be embarrassed.
Worldwide.
Dude, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, phew. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's good stuff, dude. Okay.
Web. Which is the TCP IP protocol used in sending and receiving email?
I think it's C. SMTP. SMTP?
SMTP.
Okay, wait. Oh man, I was honestly kind of scared on that one. I had no idea. I thought maybe SSH. This will be fun because you guys can just see my learning curve as I'm studying and preparing for these streams. Because right now I don't really know that much. I'm kind of new. Oh, I already took a sip. I can't take 2 sips. That's cheating. But hopefully, like.
Which one of the below is a volatile memory?
I believe it's B. ROM. But I could be wrong. B.
RAM.
No! Dang, I got it mixed up. No, ROM and RAM. Dang it, dude. Ah. Okay. There we go. Third shot of this. Lime. Oh. I will say, babe, I think lime is less sour than lemon juice. I'll have to try it off stream and let you guys know. But I do think this isn't as bad. Man, it's making me feel sick. Last time I did this, I was at a friend's bachelor party. I got this idea actually from a friend's bachelor party. We played this game where we were kind of playing like, we didn't use beer. I don't drink. Sorry. But we played like beer pong, but it wasn't with beer. It was with Mountain Dew. It was Dew Pong. And if you made it in, you could make someone do a challenge, and one of them was drink lemon juice. And I drank so much lemon juice that I was so close to throwing. Well, I was shocked. I also had to shotgun a few sodas. If you guys know what shotgun is, you poke a hole, you drink like super fast. You drink like a whole soda in like a minute. And the lemon juice plus the soda just made me feel so sick. I was so close. So hopefully I won't throw up this time. I didn't throw up last time. I was close.
Which was the first commercially produced microprocessor?
I'm going to go with C.
Intel 4004.
I was so close to saying B. I was so close. Oh my gosh. Dang it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Bottoms up, baby. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, it gets worse every time. Oh, I can't drink. I almost drank the Dr. Pepper to wash it down. I can't do that. Yeah.
4. What is a collection of spreadsheets in MS Excel called?
D. Sheet book.
Workbook.
And my wife knows that one. I know she knows because she's an accountant, and she was probably like, "You freaking idiot! It's workbook." No, I'm doing terrible at this. This isn't even computer science. This is like freaking, I guess technically, but it's not really have to do with it. If I got this question on a test, I'd be so mad. Like a college test? Oh, I barely got any more. Oh my gosh. Okay. 7 out of 12. Okay, we're doing pretty bad right now. God, I got all over my shirt too.
Which is the correct full form of HTML?
Hypertext Markup Language, which is B. Oh no, D. Markup Language. D.
Hypertext
Yes!
markup.
D's in the chat, baby. Oh, thank goodness. So I thought if I had to drink more of that, I honestly might throw up. I'm feeling pretty sick. Oh, that feels good to wash it out. Oh gosh. God.
Language. Which is Apple's desktop operating system?
Mac OS. That's easy. Mac OS. I think it's you thought C. It's C, but some people might think it's
Mac
B,
OS.
C. Cheers, baby.
Which technology company launched?
Somebody's calling me. My dad. I'll call him back later. Okay, which technology company launched
the Threads app in 2023?
C?
Meta Platforms.
Oh, I don't even know what Threads is. That sounds so familiar, but I have no idea what it is. What is Threads? Let me look it up again real quick. Oh, it's like a social media something. I don't know. It's the software they use in Instagram, I guess now. I don't know. Did I drink for that? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I'll do it twice though. Oh. Okay.
Which was the world's first computer virus?
D. I think it's the Morse worm. I'm pretty sure it's the Morse worm. Please be the Morse worm.
Creeper.
I should have known! Minecraft! Creeper? Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. How did I not know that? That is crazy. The world's first computer virus was called a creeper. Really? That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Predicted Minecraft. Predicted. Oh my gosh. Because I know this really doesn't seem like that big of a deal. You guys are probably like, oh, this guy's a wuss. It's just some lemon juice. But this is making me feel so sick. Oh my gosh. I need a minute. Oh my gosh. We only have one more question. What have I got? I got like 3 right? This is so bad. Okay, here we go.
Which was the first internet search engine?
Was it? I think it was Yahoo, actually. Hey.
Archie.
Oh my gosh. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh, excuse me. Oh, that actually felt good. Sorry. My wife said, don't throw up, please. I'll try not to. That burp helped a little bit. She's be mad about that burp. I'm sorry, babe. Excuse me, but... Okay, I'll do a big drink for this one, because it's the last one. But then, I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper, though. The game's over. I can drink now, so... Oh, my gosh. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know if the Dr. Pepper actually helps. It might make me more sick, but it makes my mouth better. Okay. All right. Well, there was a fun little game. Probably not as fun as for everyone else. It was for my wife to watch me suffer. So, but she'll suffer if I throw up tonight. So, payback on her. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, so like I said, I'll have a stream up tomorrow, same time, 1:00, and then I'll have one Thursday, 1:00. So I'll probably post this on YouTube, the whole stream, maybe some highlights. I don't really know yet. This channel's in infancy, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun streaming. So if you guys think I'm cringe or a nerd for doing this, whatever. But it is what it is. So thanks, babe, for joining. Thanks for anyone who watches this on YouTube. Godspeed.